Hey guys, what's up? It's BM Engine Works, and today we're providing a comprehensive to-do list to ensure a perfect engine replacement when performing a BMW N57 engine swap. If you've purchased a used BMW N57 engine from us, this video is your step-by-step guide to getting it right the first time. We're talking about saving yourself time, money, and a whole lot of headaches. Remember, taking your time and following the right steps is key to a successful engine installation. So grab your tools, let's get that engine in and get this BMW back on the road. Before we even think about dropping in that replacement BMW N57 engine, we need to do the smart work first. Why did the previous engine fail? Was it a sudden timing chain failure, or did a slow coolant leak finally take its toll? Maybe it was something simple like a clogged DPF that wasn't caught in time. Whatever it was, we need to find the root cause first and fix it. Otherwise, we're just setting ourselves up for the same problem down the road. With the old engine out, we've got a golden opportunity to clean and replace some critical components. First up, the oil filter housing. Give it a thorough clean inside and out. While you're there, replace the oil cooler gasket. It's a cheap part and can save you a lot of trouble later on. Now, onto the oil pan. Clean it out, making sure there's no debris left behind. Next up, let's tackle those injector seals. These are notorious for leaking on the N57, so replacing them now is a no-brainer. While we're at it, grab a new rocker cover gasket and make sure that PCV valve is clear. A clogged PCV can cause all sorts of pressure issues, so it's best to replace it while we've got easy access. Before we crank over the new engine, we need to make sure it's got oil pressure. Now, since this is a dry fill, we're going to need a little more oil than usual. Double-check your owner's manual for the exact amount. With the oil filled up, it's time to prime the system. The N57 is known for its turbos, and while we've got them accessible, let's give them a good once-over. Check for any oil residue around the seals and give the shaft a wiggle. There shouldn't be any play. If you're dealing with a high-mileage engine, I highly recommend replacing both turbos now. It's a bit of an investment up front, but it'll save you potential headaches down the road. The intercooler plays a crucial role in keeping those intake temperatures down, so let's make sure it's clean and free of any obstructions. Remove it from the car and inspect it for any damage. If you find any oil or water residue inside, it's a sign of a leak somewhere in the system. Next up, the flywheel and clutch. Now's a good time to inspect these components, especially if you're working with a high-mileage vehicle. Check the dual-mass flywheel for any excessive movement or play. If your BMW has an automatic gearbox, now's the perfect time to give it some love. Drain the old fluid and replace it with fresh fluid that meets the manufacturer's specifications. It's also a good idea to replace the filter and gasket while you're at it. Before we fire up the new engine, let's make sure the battery is up to the task. Connect a battery charger and keep it on a trickle charge throughout the installation process. This will ensure we have enough juice to start the engine and prime the diesel system. We're about to finish the process now. Before we hit the starter, it's time for one final walkthrough. Double-check all the connections, hoses, and sensors. Make sure everything is properly torqued to spec. This is especially important if you've got multiple people working on the car. It's easy to miss something, and a quick double-check can save you a lot of headaches down the road. Congratulations, your BMW N57 is ready to roar. And there you have it, guys. You've successfully installed a new engine in your BMW. Remember, taking your time, following the right steps, and using quality parts are the keys to a successful engine installation. If you run into any trouble or have any questions, don't hesitate to drop a comment below. I'm always here to help you guys out. Now, go out there and enjoy that sweet, sweet sound of a healthy